Okay, we're going to be solving two-step equations today. So grab yourself a piece of paper if you don't have one out already. And that's what we'll title our notes. If you feel pretty good about solving one-step equations, this will be the same type of math. So you'll be very comfortable today solving two-step equations. All right, so we're going to jump right into our first example. Okay, our first example is 6x plus 8 equals 50. So right now there's a couple things happening to the x. There's a 6 that's multiplying it and 8 that's adding to this term. And we just want to know what x equals, not what 6 times x plus 8 equals. So we got to get rid of the 8 and the 6 to get x by itself so we can find out what it is that it equals. So the first step in doing this is kind of opposite of order of operations. We're actually going to start by undoing the addition and subtraction to remove our constant first. So let's just write that over here. Number 1, undo addition and that's right, and or subtraction. Pretend I don't have that there. And that's to remove the constant. Okay, so that is the first thing we need to do. So in this case, I see a plus 8, I see an adding 8, and to cancel a positive 8, a plus 8, I'm going to need to, let's subtract 8 from plus 8. Now, because it's an equation, I need to keep it balanced. I also need to subtract it from this side as well to keep it equal. So you need to show your steps. So you need to show me that you are subtracting 8 from both sides. I also like to see that you did that because you know you want to get rid of the 8 by the x to isolate the variable, get it by itself. So then you rewrite what you have left. So we have the 6x, we can bring that down. And we have 50 minus 8, and that equals 42. All right, so we're halfway there. The second thing you need to do in a two-step equation is to undo the multiplication or division to remove the coefficient. Remember, the coefficient is the number in front of the variable. Six is the coefficient, not 6x, just that 6 is the coefficient. So we are going to get rid of the 6 by doing the opposite. Right now it's multiplying x, so we need to divide by 6. So 6 divided by 6 is just 1, right? And 1x, we can just write x. But wait a minute, I got to keep my equation balanced. It's not equal right now if I divide by 6 on this side. So I need to divide by 6 over here. And 6 goes into 42 7 times. And that hot dog is what x equals. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the answer. I feel like I took my time, I showed my work, but if I want to make absolutely sure, I should check it. So I'm going to take 7 and I'm going to plug it back into my original equation, okay, to make sure. So I'm going to write 6 times 7 plus 8 equals 50. Now, if 7 truly is the answer, then this side will equal this side. So 7 times 6 is 42. And let's see, 42 plus 8 is 50. So yes, it works. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more examples. I'm gonna leave you with some you try. So here's another example. I'm gonna follow these same 2 steps up here. We're gonna start with 13 equals negative 4x plus 9. All right, even though my variable is on the other side of the equation, it doesn't matter. I still need to get rid of this constant and this coefficient because I just want x equals. So I'm gonna start by undoing the addition by subtracting 9 from both sides. So those cancel, that's exactly what I want. And I'm left with negative 4x equals, different sign subtract, positive 4. And I want to get rid of the negative 4 multiplying x. So I'm going to take the negative 4 and I'm going to divide it on both sides because that's the opposite of multiplying. And watch, negative divided by a negative is a positive, and 4 divided by 4 is just 1. And 1x just leaves me with x, and that's perfect. And oh, I got to do it on the other side to keep it balanced. Let's see, and positive divided by a negative is going to be a negative, and 4 goes into 4 one time. So x equals negative 1. And even though it's backwards, we can still read it this way. X equals negative 1. That was lovely. And we can always check it, but for the video, I'm not going to spend too much time checking it. I encourage you to check all of your answers, especially on tests and quizzes. Okay, last one, last example. So 7 minus 3x equals 34. And again, actually I want this to be a you try for you. So come in, I want you to try that. So that'll be a you try that we go over in class. Here's another example. X divided by 2 minus 7 equals 9. Okay, again, I want to, I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see. I want to get rid of my constant first. I see a minus 7. To get rid of a subtracting 7, I'm going to add 7 to both sides. That cancels. And I have x divided by 2 equals, same sign, just add them up, 16. I have x being divided by 2, so to do the opposite, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. These cancel and leaves me just with 1x, or x. And 16 times 2 is 32. Here's the one I want you to try. Please try negative 1/3 x plus 1 equals negative 7. Give it a try. All right, and that concludes our 2-step equation notes for today, and I'll see you soon.